Think your Ford can only last 200,000 miles? You are wrong. There is a reason why the Ford F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for over 40 years straight. These trucks are engineered to last 300,000 miles or more. Sounds like a lot? Yes, it is absolutely possible, but only with the right maintenance. Skip the care, and even the toughest truck will not make it. In this video, I will show you 8 critical tips backed by real Ford mechanics to keep your truck running strong for decades. No fancy tools needed, just the right steps taken at the right time. Stick around, because these tips will make your Ford last longer than you ever thought possible. Number 1. Change your engine oil at the right time. If there is one thing that destroys a good Ford engine faster than anything else, it is skipped oil changes. Oil is your engine's lifeline. It keeps everything moving smoothly, running cool, and protected from damaging metal on metal contact. But when oil gets old, thick, and contaminated, it stops doing its job. That is when friction builds up, temperatures spike, and parts wear out decades before their time. I have seen engines that could have easily lasted 300,000 miles, completely destroyed by missed oil changes. Most modern Fords need fresh oil every 5,000 to 7,500 miles. Your truck has Ford's Intelligent Oil Life Monitor built right in. It tells you exactly when an oil change is due based on your actual driving habits. If your engine sounds louder than usual, or the dashboard warning lamp comes on, do not wait another day. You can do this yourself. A wrench, a drain pan, some gloves, and about 30 minutes of your time are all you need. Expect to spend $40 to $70 for supplies. That is far better than a $5,000 engine rebuild down the road. Regular oil changes are the cheapest insurance for your Ford's engine. Skip it now and you will absolutely pay for it later. Number 2. Engine coolant. This one is critical, and most Ford owners completely overlook it. Ford now uses yellow motorcraft coolant with improved protection over the older orange formula. If you are serious about hitting 300,000 miles, here is the schedule you need to follow. For most modern Fords, the initial coolant change should happen at 100,000 miles or 6 years, whichever comes first. After that initial change, swap it every 50,000 miles or 3 years. Here is why this matters so much. Coolant does not just lose its protective power over time, it actually turns acidic. When that happens, it starts eating away at your engine from the inside. It attacks rubber seals. It corrodes metal surfaces. In Ford trucks, the water pump is usually the first component to suffer. The acid wears down internal seals and bearings. Suddenly, you get leaks and noisy pumps that need expensive replacement. Even worse, acidic coolant can wear down the coolant passages themselves. That leads to external leaks, or coolant entering the combustion chamber. That means misfires, check engine lights, white smoke from the exhaust, and eventually major engine repairs. All of this is completely avoidable. Coolant is cheap. Engine repairs are definitely expensive. Number 3, transmission fluid. This is where things get controversial. Ford officially recommends changing transmission fluid at 150,000 miles for normal driving. But almost every experienced Ford mechanic strongly disagrees with that interval. For the 10-speed automatic found in most modern F-150s, Expeditions, and Rangers, you should change the fluid every 30,000 to 60,000 miles. Ford's official interval is more about marketing fuel efficiency numbers than actual transmission longevity. Here's what happens inside your transmission. The internal clutches wear down over time. Tiny metal particles then float in the fluid and circulate throughout the system. Your Ford's 10-speed has a magnet in the transmission pan that collects metal shavings, and you will be shocked at how much debris accumulates by 60,000 miles. Always use the correct Ford-approved fluid. For the 10-speed transmission, that is Motorcraft Mercon UL5. For older 6-speed automatics, you need Mercon L5. Do not gamble with universal fluids from the bargain bin. When something goes wrong, that aftermarket brand will not help you, and your repair bill will be absolutely enormous. Number 4. Spark plugs. This is where Ford engines differ significantly from other brands. For the naturally aspirated 5-liter V8, Ford typically recommends spark plug replacement every 100,000 miles. But for the EcoBoost engines, the 2.7-liter and 3.5-liter turbocharged motors, those plugs work much harder under boost pressure. Ford recommends changing them at 60,000 miles. Owners report real noticeable improvements in throttle response and fuel economy when they stick to that schedule. When it is time to replace them, use the original Motorcraft plugs, not just the same type. Use the exact same part number stamped on the plug. People try to save a few dollars with aftermarket options and end up with rough-running engines and annoying check engine lights. For something you only change every 60,000 to 100,000 miles, it is simply not worth the risk. One more important thing. If your truck is 8 to 10 years old, even if you have not hit the mileage yet, consider removing and reinstalling the spark plugs. They can seize in place over time, especially in aluminum cylinder heads. Ford's older 5.4-liter Triton engines were notorious for spark plugs breaking apart during removal. A quick preventive service now saves a massive repair headache later. Tip number 5, differential and transfer case fluid. Now let us talk about something most drivers completely forget about. If you are driving a Ford truck with rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, or four-wheel drive, this one is absolutely for you. These drivetrain systems work extremely hard behind the scenes to deliver power to your wheels, especially when towing heavy loads or driving through tough conditions like snow or mud. Ford officially recommends changing differential and transfer case fluid at 150,000 miles for normal driving. But, like transmission fluid, most experienced mechanics recommend doing this from 30,000 to 50,000 miles, especially if you tow regularly or drive off-road. This fluid is inexpensive and the job is straightforward. Check your owner's manual for the exact specification required. It gives you peace of mind for very little effort or expense. Number 6, air filter maintenance. Think of the air filter like your Ford's lungs. Just like you need clean air to breathe properly, your engine does too. The air filter blocks dirt, dust, insects, and debris before they can enter the engine and mix with fuel. When the filter is clean, your engine runs smoother, burns fuel more efficiently, and produces fewer harmful emissions. But when it gets clogged, now your engine has to work much harder just to pull in air. That means worse gas mileage, sluggish acceleration, and over time, potential engine problems. Most air filters need changing every 15,000 to 30,000 miles, depending on your driving conditions. Dusty environments or lots of dirt road driving? Check it more frequently. You can replace it yourself in literally a few minutes. Pop open the air box, swap the old filter for a new one, and close it up. No tools required. Simple maintenance that pays dividends. Number 7, serpentine belt inspection. Let us talk about something most people completely ignore until it is too late. The serpentine belt might just look like a simple rubber strap wrapped around some pulleys, but it is doing absolutely critical work under your hood. This single belt powers your alternator, your air conditioning compressor, and sometimes even your water pump. When it fails while driving, you do not just lose one system. You could lose everything at once and end up stranded on the side of the road. Pop the hood and check the belt regularly. If you see cracks running across the surface, fraying along the edges, or shiny glazing on the belt, that is a sign it needs replacing. Do not wait for it to snap. Ford recommends inspecting the serpentine belt every 15,000 miles and replacing it around 150,000 miles. Many mechanics suggest replacement between 60,000 and 100,000 miles, depending on condition. The belt itself costs $30 to $60, a minor investment that prevents major problems. Number 8, use genuine Motorcraft parts. If you are serious about reaching 300,000 miles, use genuine Motorcraft or Ford-approved parts whenever possible. I've seen too many trucks with problems caused by cheap aftermarket parts. They might look the same, and they might even fit the same, but they do not always work the same. When they fail prematurely, they lead to bigger problems that cost even more to fix. Motorcraft parts are engineered specifically for your Ford vehicle. That means they fit correctly, perform reliably, and last longer than bargain alternatives. Yes, they cost a bit more upfront, but they save money in the long run by preventing repeat repairs and damage from low-quality materials. When your goal is 300,000 miles, you cannot afford to cut corners on replacement parts. Here's the bottom line. The Ford F-150's military-grade aluminum alloy body resists rust and corrosion far better than traditional steel construction. Combined with proven powertrain options and proper maintenance habits, there's absolutely no reason your Ford cannot reach 300,000 miles or beyond. These tips I have shared today take very little time and very little money, but they make a massive difference in how your truck drives, how long it lasts, and how much you spend on repairs over the years. Stick with these maintenance habits, and your Ford will reward you with decades of reliable service.